Hi everyone, this is David with David's Tutorials, and today I'm going to share with you what I believe is the number 3 most important decision you will ever make in your life. If you haven't yet seen the first 2 videos on the number 1 and the number 2 most important decisions you will ever make, you can watch them right now by clicking on the link in the upper right hand corner of the screen, right there, or there are links down below in the description or at the end of the video. Let's get right to it. I believe the 3rd most important decision you will make in your life is actually a set of decisions, and that is to set your goals. However, before you set some goals, it is critical that you do things in the right order. The first most important decision you will make is, of course, to decide what kind of person you want to be. The second most important decision you will make is to decide what your priorities are. It is only after you do these 2 things that you should look to setting your goals, and I will also call these objectives. Why? When I used to teach a course setting learning objectives to subject matter experts coming to my class to learn how to teach their area of expertise, one of my favorite things I used to do as an attention-getting step was to look around at the class sort of semi-distracted and say, I need somebody to run a quick errand for me. Somebody here, can somebody run an errand for me? And invariably, someone would volunteer to, yeah, I'll do that for you. And I would look at them and I'd give them a grin and say, thanks, that's great. Go ahead. And I'd point to the door. There would be about a second or 2 of stunned silence, and then the penny would drop and I'd get a wide variety of action. Sometimes it would be laughing, sometimes it would be a frown. The results were always effective though. The lesson being, of course, you cannot set out to do something without first knowing what it is you want to do. More importantly, you should develop the ability to set effective goals for your life, and that's basically knowing what it is you want to do with your life. And yes, this is a skill you can develop. For if your goals are not effective, then there's a good chance you will have wasted any efforts you expend on setting these goals in the first place. In this tutorial, I would like to teach you how to set effective goals or objectives. It works whether you're doing life goals or objectives for a class or a course or in your job. It works the same every time. If you learn this and apply it in your life, I can promise you you'll be much more effective than if you don't. Let's start by defining what we mean by a goal or an objective. For the purpose of your making your 3rd most important decisions, a goal is something that you want to do or to achieve that will support one or more of your priorities and help you to become the kind of person that you really want to be. Some of my former students would have said something like, oh, that's easy. I want to be a nice person, which is certainly a worthwhile thing to aspire to, but that just doesn't hack it as an effective goal. For a goal to be truly effective, the very first thing it must do is support your progress towards decision number 1, becoming the kind of person that you want to be. If it doesn't support this, then it might be fun or interesting, but it won't be effective. So instead of be a nice person, a more effective goal might be, I want people to feel good about themselves after I talk with them. The second thing all your goals must do is to line up with your priorities. Your most important decision, number 2. If you feel the urge to set a goal, for example, to be a better snowboarder, then look at your priorities, look at the things that are most important to you, and if this goal does not support one or more of these priorities, then perhaps it's just not that important to you, or maybe you need to add another priority to your priority list. The next thing you need for your goals to be effective is to put a time frame on them. The goal to be a better snowboarder doesn't fit this because it doesn't say when you want this done by. You could improve it by changing it to, say, be a better snowboarder this year. An important thing to remember about putting time frames on goals is that there are lots of different time frames you can use. Some of them are one-time goals, such as, I want to meet the president this year. Others will be ongoing goals, such as developing your personality traits. There are also short-term goals, something that is within your immediate grasp, intermediate-term goals, things that will take several months to even several years to achieve, and long-term goals. Those achievements that answer the question of where do you want to be in life 10 years from now, 20 years from now. All of these types of goals are not just important, they are critical. Why? Because if you don't set them, you won't know what you're working toward. The other characteristics of effective goals are that they need to be specific, attainable, and measurable. Let's look at each of these. A goal that is specific is well-defined. It is understandable to the point that anyone you tell it to knows exactly what you mean. A non-specific goal might be like, I want to be a nicer person. What does that even mean? It's not clear. It is not well-defined. To be specific, a goal must outline a result that you want to achieve, something that anyone can tell when it has been accomplished. We'll get to more of this in a moment when we talk about a goal being measurable. A goal that is attainable is realistic. It is something that is within your ability to achieve. It might cause you to stretch, and that's probably a good thing, but it needs to be attainable. A goal of, I want to fly using my arms, is neither realistic nor attainable. A goal of, I want to be a jet pilot this year, might be attainable, but might not be realistic depending on your starting point. A goal of, I want to sound happy and pleasant whenever I answer my phone, is both realistic and attainable. The final important characteristic of effective goals is that they must be measurable. In other words, you need to be able to answer the question, how will I know when I have achieved this goal? It's not enough to say, oh, I'll just know, I'll feel it. Nope, not acceptable. You need to be able to observe when this goal has been accomplished. If, for example, your goal is, I want to sound happy and pleasant whenever I answer my phone, you could, after each phone call, give yourself a rating for how you feel you did as far as sounding pleasant and happy. And then at the end of the day or the end of the week, look it over and think about how you might even improve that. That's pretty much it, everyone. The third most important decisions you will make in your life are the decisions about setting your goals. You should reset your goals every single day. You should run everything you do through the filter of which goal am I working on now. If you will set effective goals, and if these goals all support your priorities and help you progress into the kind of person that you want to become, there's probably no limit to what you can be or what you can do. I would really like to hear what your goals are. The best place to share these goals, if you don't mind sharing them with the whole community, is right here on the YouTube channel, right down there in the comment section down below. I promise I will read every single one of them. Tell us what they are and tell us how they support your priorities and the kind of person that you want to be. If you want to share your goals with me privately, you can go to my new companion website, which curiously enough is called www.davidstutorials.com, and tell me about your goals there on the contact form on that website. In any case, I strongly believe that wherever you're starting from, if you will first decide what kind of person you want to be, if you'll set a strong order of priorities, and then you set effective goals to move you in the right direction, you will be a much happier person a few years from now than if you don't. One final word. Do not look at your goals as something set in concrete. They're not. They're something you should update often. As soon as you learn something or do something or become something that warrants a change, then update your goals. Life continues to change, and so should you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll just bet you know someone, probably several someones, who need to watch this video. If so, what are you waiting for? Share it already! Don't forget to click that thumbs up button to let the YouTube robots know that you thought this was a helpful video, and that'll help David's Tutorials channel as well. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you're not a subscriber, why not go ahead and subscribe right now? Click that subscribe button and then the bell icon, and you'll be notified whenever we post another great tutorial here on David's Tutorials.